G'day and welcome to this edition of the COLAC Herald Sports Smash. A very exciting sports smash this week because one Aaron Finch has had a whopping weekend. That's our word of the week, whopping. A big weekend there for Finch with his Melbourne Renegades side, and of course our regular cricket, bowls and tennis to get through. Let's not muck around, let's get straight into it. Finch's Renegades took on the Melbourne Stars at Etihad Stadium in the opening match of the Big Bash League, this season's Big Bash League. And the Renegades won. They restricted the Stars to 5 for 167. Finch took 1 for 14. He claimed the wicket of Luke Wright in that innings. And then the Renegades, led by Finch's 111 not out of 65 balls, they made 2 for 168. So a big win there for the Renegades. Great way to start off their campaign, and personally for Finch, fantastic for him to make runs as a COLAC cricket export. The Renegades take on the Sydney Thunder on Friday at Sydney's ANZ Stadium, so make sure you tune in to the television for that one. Now into CDCA Division 1 cricket. This is the second day of two-day matches here. Warrior versus Illawarra. Illawarra in their second innings, they declared at 5 for 188. They got Warrior all out for 87 last week. Warrior went back into bat. They made 5 for 160. So Illawarra didn't get the outright victory that they were chasing. And some of the notable scores here: Jeff Cole made 86 not out. Jack Cole 45 for Illawarra, and for Warrior, Darcy Lang 65 not out. Proved a bit of a saviour there for them. Trent O'Dwyer, another young player, 34 runs. Leighton Hart 3 for 32 for the Redbacks, and Jeff Cole 2 for 42. He took 7 wickets for the match, so pretty good effort for an old timer there, if you don't mind me saying. COLAC versus City United now. City United had a big run chase. They were chasing 5 for 273 after day 1 at Eastern Reserve, and they got pretty close, but not close enough. They made 245 at the end of the day's play. All out, mind you. Caden Newton 66, Josh Weatherhead 52, Jack Parker 26, Laurie Sharp 24, Lee Garner 21, and Dave Trueek 21. So plenty of guys making 20 or more runs there. Adam Harris 4 for 54. He took 3 of the last 4 wickets, and Aidan Spence 2 for 36. In the final game, Stonyford took on Elvie. Stonyford had 184 on the board after day 1. It was not enough. Elvie 9 for 294. That's the biggest two-day total of the season. Andre Di Lorenzo 65, Justin McGuan 56, Danny Allen, our man, 38 not out. Well done, Danny. Trevor Pierre 2 for 18, Paul Menzies 2 for 32, and Levi Dare 2 for 48 for the Maroon Caps bowling. So another loss there for Stonyford. Let's hope they can bounce back next week. Now, Ben, what happened in the bowls?
Some exciting bowls news from the Crangamite Bowls division at the weekend. A lot of movement on the ladder, none bigger than COLAC knocking Winchelsea off top spot with a bit of a thumping actually. 4 rinks to none it was, 105 to 73. COLAC skipper Noel Patch had the biggest rink win of the day against Jason Armstrong, 30 to 19. Sort of setting the tone for the day really. It was just all COLAC on this day, while Dan Donovan, Tom Watson and Jeff Turner also had wins for the third place team. Now this was at Winchelsea as well, so which makes the result even more surprising. The second time COLAC has knocked Winchelsea off this season, and they're the only team to have done that. In other games now, Cobden knocked Camperdown Golf out of the top 4 with a 2 rinks all, 104-87. As I said, the loss knocks Golf out of the top 4, making way for crosstown rival Camperdown, which defeated Lawn 3 rinks to 1, 109-71. In other games now, Apollo Bay defeated Simpson to extend their winning streak to 2. With a 3 rinks to 1, 101-88 victory. And City, as I said before, takes top spot now following its 4 rink thumping of Central, 115 to 60. So City just sending a bit of a message to the league that they are still one of the top dogs, and they take top spot at the Christmas sort of break if they can hold it for the next couple of weeks. Now, Lock, usually we go into basketball news now, but the COLAC Cougars had the bye in this round of the Country Basketball League. They return this weekend with a doubleheader at COLAC, the first doubleheader in COLAC for the season. They take on Mount Gambier on Saturday night, followed up against Winless Stall on Sunday, so good luck to the Cougars.
Let's hope the Cougars can pull their fingers out and get a couple of wins. They need a couple, and get around them. Get down to COLAC's Blue Water Fitness Centre. Get around the boys. Lots of home games on the run home there. In tennis news now, COLAC Lawn Tennis Club, the teams event, it actually concludes next week due to a lack of numbers, but they still played some games. The Rebels defeated Kaz team 39-38, 4 sets to 2, while in the singles, this is the senior singles, Lewis O'Brien won 21-4, and in the juniors section 1, Luke Garner won 18-4. Now in Polworth A-grade tennis, there must have been a few fax machine issues out there because we only got the one result, and that's Kawarren defeated Warren Court 45 games all, 5 sets to 4.
And now, for our favourite part of the show, it's the moment everyone tunes in for, the COLAC Herald Sports Star of the Week. How can we go past him? The former COLAC West superstar. He's gone on to bigger and better things. He's represented Australia, and now he's a big face of the Melbourne Renegades. It is Aaron Finch.
That's right, Finchy. I was there. He made 111 of 65 balls. Not only did he do that, he was captain, he bowled, he took wickets. He should be on the Stars probably. Renegades is probably the wrong team for him, but no, he's an absolute superstar of cricket. He's done very well for himself, and he's earned his first ever Sports Star of the Week. So that's probably going to be a nice addition to his mantelpiece, I suppose. And that wraps it up for this edition of the COLAC Herald Sports Smash. I'm Lachlan, Cowlishaw, and that's Ben Martin. We'll see you next week.
See ya.